everybody, Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile is here. I hope everyone enjoyed the Oscars. Not a bad telecast this year. I hope I helped some of you with your ballots. I can't claim that I got all of those winners right. I tracked about 17 out of the 23. I'm sorry, a little bit of a weaker year this year. There were a few surprises. Didn't call Zone of Interest on score. Did not call Boy and the Heron on Best Animated Feature, though I do agree with both of those wins. But I got picture, I got director, I got the four acting. I did okay. But for the first time, I feel that I truly, especially after having gone on this massive journey with everyone this year, wanted to share some of my highlights and some of my more lower moments from this year's ceremony. All in all, this year was more enjoyable than a few in recent past. Overall, I give this year's Oscars a 4 out of 5 stars. Or I should say, 4 mini gold men. So, I'm going to start off with where I thought were the shoots and misses. Starting with number 5, The Digs at Madame Web. Okay, I get it. Not the greatest film of 2024 and probably going to be a front runner for many Razzies next year. But come on. There were worse films than Madame Web, honestly, in 2023. That's part of what the Razzies are for. So let's keep the digs to the films in the respective years they come out. Also, gonna say it. I still enjoyed Madame Web a lot more than Morbius. Okay, number 4. The In Memoriam sequence. Now, don't get me wrong. Andrea Bocelli and his son, the vocal performance was beautiful. And that would have been enough to go along with the projected images of those we've lost in the past year. But unfortunately, they embedded the musicians, the interpretive dancing, and it was a little too much and too distracting from what we should have been paying attention to. I really felt that the simplicity would have been a little bit of a better direction for them to go in for the In Memoriam sequence. At number 3, Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer. Look, these are two women who, if I see their names on a poster, even if I don't see a trailer, I'm going. I hear either of them is in a movie. When they were in a movie together, I'm excited. But their bits did not land for me this year. It was a little flat, the whole Chippendales and Chip and comma Dale bit. And then, what the writers gave us is better. It's just, I understand what they were doing, a little throwback shade to Golden Globes, but honestly, it fell flat for me. This was a missed opportunity for the two of them. I just wanted more. The number 2 miss for me was Becky G's performance of The Fire Inside from Oscar nominated film Flamin' Hot. I had high hopes for this one. Becky G was talking about the number on the red carpet, said they were pulling out all the stops. Ava Longoria referenced the choir. She even said, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but she did. And the song has such a great up tempo beat. Those are the types of songs we don't always get in the nominees, and there could have been so much. And while the ensemble of kids was cute, the performance just fell a bit. I wanted more. And finally, number 1, the inconsistency of performer introductions. Now, I trust me, I love when they bring out former Oscar nominees and winners to introduce their peers in the respective categories. This wasn't the first time they've done this at the Oscars. They did this back in 2010, but I feel they did it better. I mean, what I liked this year was that, supporting performers introduced supporting performers, lead introduced lead, but some of the people speaking didn't have rapports or connections with the performers they were speaking about. So it almost felt like while the words were beautiful, it didn't have the meaning. Whereas when they did it in 2010, every person who introduced a nominee had worked with them, whether that person speaking was a nominee or not. So we've seen this better in the past, kind of like the way that Sam Rockwell and Robert Downey Jr. had a back and forth, but that wasn't consistent. All right. Now let's talk about the highlights and the good moments that really had me enjoying the ceremony. Coming in at number 5, Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt's Barbenheimer banter. Barbenheimer banter. Try saying that one 3 times fast. I know this was kind of shoehorned in as a moment to recognize stunt work, and this is an award that I believe the Academy should get on board, like the SAG Awards does, and recognize it. But their chemistry was incredible, and it's making me very excited to see The Fall Guy when it comes out. The jokes about Oppenheimer's crushing it in the awards, but they rode Barbie's coattails at the box office. timing gold. Number 4, Davine Joy Randolph's speech. Oh, the first speech of the night set such a high standard for every acceptance speech. This woman had the whole audience and even me in tears, thanking God for their intervention and her mother for making her go across the street and switch from music to acting, thanking everyone who stepped into her path and guided her, and how while she thought she had to be different, made her realize she just needed to be her. This speech was just a beautiful, beautiful moment for me. Number 3, Messi. I loved Messi. We all loved Messi. To say nothing of the adorable moments where she was applauding, especially he was applauding after Robert Downey Jr.'s speech. But of course, the ending. I mean, we can't have an award ceremony with Jimmy Kimmel where he's not making some kind of dig at Matt Damon. Even my friends and I, as we were watching, were like, where's the Matt Damon dig? Oh, and then at the end of the ceremony, Messi's just lifting his leg. Messi's just lifting his leg on Matt Damon, star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Priceless. At number 2, John Cena. Yes, John. Costumes are so important. This was a great little bit, and while it was a nod to the 1974 Oscars event with the streaker, it also called to mind this really great moment where Neil Patrick Harris in 2015 was spoofing Birdman, where he appeared on stage at the Oscars in a pair of tidy whities after doing a whole bit where his bathrobe gets stuck in the dressing room door. And in the same dry facial expression that Cena had, delivers the line, "Acting is a noble profession." Two roars coming from the audience. And finally, my number 1 moment, probably the same as yours. Yep, I'm Just Ken. The number that was so good it broke Emma Stone's dress. Everything from Slash on the guitar to the pink suit to the ensemble of Kens dancing around and paying homage to Marilyn Monroe's performance in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. It was pure Oscar gold, and if they gave awards for Oscar performances, this would be it. All right, so were my moments the same as yours? Do you have other moments that stand out? Please let me know in the comments. Was there something you weren't agreeing with or liked? Let me know. This is the conversation. I am always happy to be here. As always, if you like what you heard, please subscribe to the channel, spread the word. There's still so much more cinematic goodness to come. Just because the Oscars are over doesn't mean that Cinephile Mike is go away. I hope you're getting ready to enjoy Oscar Rewind. You can follow me on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. Happy watching, everyone. And until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.